There's this whole thing with INFJs that the thing that we want the most is to feel understood, because we feel so misunderstood by most people.
I'm trading my morning coffee run to spend time with you talking about confidence. I'm Sarah Kuhn, and this is Coffee and Confidence.
The majority of people will misunderstand us, not really on purpose, but just because they don't understand personality types, and they don't have any desire to understand personality types. So you can sit there and preach at them until they're blue in the face, and they're not going to get it because they just don't want to understand. But that's okay. They don't have to understand in order for you to feel understood. We feel rejected, though, when people don't want to understand us. We feel rejected when people don't make an effort to understand us. And I think that's the biggest part of the understanding, right? Because we want to be understood, and then when we don't get that, we feel rejected. And that causes us to go back into our shell and hate the world and hate all of the people because why are they so mean to us? But I want to ask you a question. When you feel like that, are you making an effort to understand the other people? Are you making an effort to understand the people who are doing that to you? Because a lot of times the answer is no. We're so focused on how we feel. We're so focused on the hurt of being rejected that we don't care about how the other person feels. We don't even consider it. So in those situations, if you start with understanding, you might actually get a lot more understanding in return. When you start with understanding, then it's easier to say, okay, this person who's rejecting me, maybe it's your boyfriend. Well, he has a thinking personality type. So when I come at him with all of the feelings, he doesn't understand that. And it's not because he's a guy, and it's not because he's like male chauvinist or something. It's because he has a different personality type. And so in his brain, he's doing the best thing that he can for you by giving you facts and logic. And because you have a feeling personality type, you're doing the best thing that you can for him by giving him all of the emotions. And so you're basically sitting there speaking two different languages to each other. And both of you are feeling misunderstood, and both of you are feeling rejected. When if you would start with understanding and say, okay, we actually communicate a little bit differently. So let's talk about how we communicate and talk about how we feel seen and heard and work on this together. Then you would have a whole different outcome of just a simple conversation. Another suggestion that I have for you too is to find people that you do connect with. It's so easy for us now to say, well, I don't know any INFJs, right? There's none of my friends are, none of my families are. I don't know how to find them. You know, even me, I live in very close to Boston, Massachusetts, which is one of the biggest cities in the United States, but it's not like I'm walking around the city asking every single person if they're INFJs. I mean, I would never do that. But I have this Instagram account, and there are more than 60,000 people, the majority of whom I assume are INFJs. And we have this amazing thing called the internet, called Instagram, called Facebook, where we can connect and we can be there for each other and support each other and become friends. How many friends do you have that are on Instagram that you've never met in person? I have tons of them. I have tons of friends on Facebook that I've maybe have met in person one time. One of my best friends who I talk to pretty much every day, I've met her in person one time. So I don't discount Facebook friends or Instagram friends. I think it's the best thing in the world. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to start this account, because I want to be a place for all of us to connect. I want to provide that platform. I have a Facebook group right now that's free. Of course, I don't have the link. Oh, the link is facebook.com/groups/INFJwoman. You can also find it if you just go to my regular page, which is facebook.com/INFJwoman. And I'll put the link for it in the description as soon as we're done with the video. You can join it for free. There is 1,400 people in there already. And it's a great place to connect with people and share your experiences. The other thing too, I just kind of wanted to float this idea and see what you guys think. I'm thinking about starting a support group for INFJs. And I know that sounds really weird. I don't know if I want to call it a support group, but that seems like the best thing. Like the best, easiest way to explain it. That's, kind of like, hi, I'm Sarah. I'm an INFJ. I don't feel understood. And maybe just share your experience without a lot of, here's what to do. It's more of just, here's my experience. Because I think that so much of us benefit from just hearing somebody else say, me too. I do the same thing, right? I was listening to this podcast just yesterday, and somebody was talking about having a support group for highly sensitive people. And I was like, yes, that's what we need. We need a place where we can just all come together and support each other. To make sure that we all know that we're not alone, that there are other people who do the same things and feel the same way. So I'm going to work on that, and I'll keep you updated. If you haven't already, make sure that you join my email list so that whatever I decide to do with that. You can join my email list. It's at infjwoman.com/newsletter. And so that way you'll get all the answers.
Hi there! I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm working very hard to produce content that will help you, and I really, really appreciate your support. Also, if you want some more inspiration, check out this video right here.